Welcome to another LEGO Bootleg review. It is Star Wars Bootlegs from Pogo. This is Pogo set 6952702. We have Finn in Stormtrooper gear, Leia from The Force Awakens, we've got Anakin Skywalker from Episode 2, Clone Wars cartoon Yoda, the prequel Jedi that's not a Yoda, a Gungan warrior, the Rancor trainer or keeper from Return of the Jedi, and a white protocol droid from the deleted scene of the Empire. Was it deleted scene? No, from Empire Strikes Back. The K3PO from Echo Base in the Empire Strikes Back. So I got the location / date correct at least. All of these figures come with a spare minifigure hand, as well as a standard minifigure stand, which is a 4x3 plate with a 1x4 stud line going through the middle. Most of them come with a single piece of accessory. You got the lightsabers there in the middle. The hilts are just a greyish plastic, a little bit of metallic shine to them. And the Gungan Warrior has a spear. You build the accessory for the Rancor Keeper. It's a standard bar in the middle, and you got two of these bar to handle clips with a little teeth on the end. Tiny blaster for Leia, and a tiny sort of Stormtrooper blaster, or General Trooper blaster for Finn right there. My Finn also came with a extra hair piece, which is not standard. Alright, so the printing here is actually copied pretty nicely. Finn there is based on the polybag one that came with the video game, I believe, and that's, you know, a dirtied Stormtrooper outfit after he crashes lands from in the TIE Fighter, and comes out all dirt and stuff. So that's that. So which would make sense. He doesn't have a Stormtrooper helmet, but oh, that would have been nice if they gave us a dirtied, muddied Stormtrooper helmet. That'd be cool. Princess Leia there's all printed pretty nicely, but notice that her hair doesn't quite fit all the way down on her head, so there's a little bit of a hairline gap between the hairpiece and the head. The Rancor Keeper there, his right eye is misprinted, which is kind of annoying, and the white K3PO there is printed pretty much spot on. The molding's also pretty good as well, especially around the head, so that's pretty decent. And here they are without their headgear, just to see the rest of the printing. So if I start turning these figures around, Finn does have a secondary face print, and the back print is also pretty decent. Let's see. Come on, move your hand up, Princess. Actually, move your hand back, Princess. There we go. Yeah, back print is also pretty good. She's got a bit of a smug face there, which is very Carrie Fisher, actually. It's kind of funny. And may he rest in peace and stuff. And back print there of the Rancor Keeper being really sad. It also looks pretty good. Much better than the front head print. And the back print there of the K3PO is your generic design and print, which is fine. It looks accurate. So it's, again, pretty good. Clone Wars Yoda actually does use a soft rubbery head just like the real thing, so that's interesting and nice. It's also printed pretty nicely. I think his eyes are slightly looking to the left, his left, so alright, but not too bad. Anakin Skywalker here is okay, but he's not as accurate as the XINH one. If I just bring in the XINH one very quickly here, it's like a weird comedy poster of a film about two twins being annoying to each other. It'll bomb. But yeah, the overall print quality of XINH is much better. The hair color is more accurate as well. So overall, the XINH one does win. If you do have, both of those sets, you go with the XINH one. And then we have this not Yoda Jedi here. His head is made out of a hard plastic, and if I just remove that, you got the face underneath there. And the Gungan head is also hard plastic, but the Gungan head is printed pretty good as well. So the accessories are at least printed very nicely. Quick look at the back here. The hair on Yoda is also done pretty nicely. The Jedi does not have a secondary face. Anakin does have a secondary face, and that face is actually printed pretty decently, but again, the XINH one is a little bit better. And the Gungan has a back print body, as well as his head back of the head also being very nicely detailed and printed as well. I can't aim his neck. What's going on? Wait, come on, plug in. Oh yeah, that's it. He has a really tight neck joint, and that's going to be annoying. But yes, all of them are printed pretty good. So there you are, a bit of a random set, but a pretty cool set overall. There's some issues with this set compared to previous Pogo stuff. The clutch of the minifigures is not that good. Necks tend to be far too loose compared to the headgear. Apart from the Gungan one, his neck is really tight. But this guy here, his neck is so loose that you can see he can almost look up and down. Hey, bonus articulation. I'm actually kind of curious if a bootleg decides to remold the Lego torso and at the neck joint, instead of just having a regular neck joint, actually have a thinner tube with a ball on the end. That would actually give figures extra articulation because it's like a ball joint neck. Can they do that? Would that be cool? I'd like to see it. The joint might get a little bit too weak because you have to thin the lower area to have the ball on top make it worthwhile. But that's sketchy. I would really like that. But the rest of the figures, for the most part, if you're just a kid playing with them, they're fine. But if say you want to animate them or something, you would get really angry after a while because it's very inconsistent with the joints. The Gungan hand here also will not fit into his arm. You're gonna have to like either cut the arm a little bit, or like drill the arm a little bit, or cut the hand a little bit, just sand it down a little bit so it can fit in there. But it's not fitting right at the moment. But other than that, I've reviewed a lot of Pogo Star Wars stuff already on this channel. You can check all those videos out later if you want. And it's very nice that, yes, they always have main characters like Yoda, Leia, and whatnot, but they're also releasing oddball characters like this Jedi here, the Rancor Keeper, and the Gungan, which is pretty cool. The way they release figures, apart from Star Wars, I've noticed a trend is that it almost feels like the person in charge of deciding what figures to get released is somewhat of a comic book fan, him or herself. I don't know who that person is. And that's really cool. Like, they're releasing figures that only a Star Wars fan will want, for example, in this case. I mean, people who are not Star Wars fans, they're gonna care about, if they buy these, they're gonna care about, the Jedi and the Sith and the Troopers, because those are the cool ones, like Darth Vader and all that. But unlike other bootleg companies, they're not just re-releasing different versions of Darth Vader or C-3PO over and over again. I mean, can you imagine anyone going like, oh, I got a Yoda, that's really cool. Oh, I got a Chewbacca, that's really cool. Can you imagine anyone coming up to you, guess what minifigure I got? The Rancor Keeper. And no one would do that except maybe Star Wars fans. They'd be like, oh, cool, I have that character now. He has a name. I don't know it because I don't memorize random Star Wars character names. So it's really cool that they're doing that. So Star Wars fans who can't afford the official Lego stuff, they can't buy all the big sets just to get the characters they want, can still have a decent copy of a complete set of characters. So I think that's really cool that Pogo seems to be heading in that direction. Just keep releasing. They still need the main characters to let the set sell, but they'll also have random one-off characters in the background that to fill up what poor Star Wars fans would want. Speaking of stuff that they do like that, same goes with the comic book stuff. They're releasing, different variations of characters that myself, including, would really want, and Lego has not released. So, things like TV versions of DC heroes and more comic booky looks of certain Marvel characters. So, all in all, I'm quite happy the way Pogo's doing, and they seem to be doing pretty well. They're releasing more and more figures over the time. In fact, one of their so a pretty decent set, not the best, but definitely serviceable. Subscribe, suggest, and comment below. And of course, take care and have a nice day. I will see you guys soon. May the Force be with you.